Hello and welcome back to my living room. Today we're going to be doing some freestyle stretches. That means no plan, no apps, just doing whatever I feel like. All right, let's get into it. So since we're already on the ground, may as well start with the legs. Let's extend one leg, the other one is bent, and pull your toes towards yourself. Let's rotate our upper body so that we can have our hands on the outside of this extended leg. This allows for a nice rotation in our back while stretching our hamstrings. If you pull your toes towards yourself, you're going to notice that stretch. Oh, also, in the opposite side of your lower back, since we have this turned position. You can do little pulses or just hold it. I've been really good about going to the gym. I mean, it's only like the second day, but it's the second day in a row. So we're switching sides. So I'm feeling some of that sore muscles, especially in my legs because it was leg day yesterday. Today I did abs, and I'm going to be posting videos about, well, I recorded videos of myself in the gym. Right, that's new for me. And at first I wasn't sure if I was going to do them. I'm like, I'm going to be one of them girls who pulls out her phone and records herself. But you know what? It's actually a really cool test of bravery. And I get to track what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in the gym. And then also a couple months from now, I get to look back on it and say, hey, I've grown and I've improved my form and whatnot. It makes more sense to record yourself than to regret not having recorded yourself later on. Okay, let's go into butterfly. We have our legs angled outwards, feet together, and you can hold onto your feet and just get low and pulse. You may notice this in your lower back, in your glutes, and in your hammies, or in the inside of your thighs. Yeah, it's just one of those things when you go back to the gym and actually have a harder workout than usual. Oh, you feel it everywhere. Okay, so we can go crisscross. You can put your hand on the ground and we're just gonna lean over to the side. This allows for nice stretching your abs. And see, I have an abs exercise that I do every single workout, regardless of what I'm training that day, because it's just that effective and I like doing it. If you have like a exercise or two that are your favorite that you can just do whenever, that's something cool to have in your pocket. I like doing these kinds of stretches because it feels good. I thought I was about to give a more deep answer, but it just comes down to that. Like, even though all of this hurts right now because of the sore muscles, I know this is really good for me. And you, if you're doing this with me. Okay, let's stretch forwards. Oh, yeah. So in this position, it's kind of like crisscross. I have one foot in front of the other. And when I get down low, I notice it right here. Where do you feel it? Ooh, that's enough. Okay, let's try the other side. All right. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Anyways, when I was at the gym today recording my videos, I was like getting really excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna share this. And because it's a goal of mine, I mean, let's continue stretching. Okay, we are gonna do the 90-90 Okay, so I'm really excited to make videos and share them now. I'm even every single time or every passing day, the excitement kind of just grows. I'm like, I have ideas and I can share this and I can share that. And well, it's a goal of mine to make you curious about movement and to make exercise fun and accessible. That means I want to make exercise videos or videos on exercises that you can do at home if you happen to be like a mom who has kids and just can't dedicate an hour or two to go to the gym. Okay, from this position, we want to lift our hip upwards. This allows for a nice stretch here in the hamstring, in the thigh. If you're a mom that can't just leave the house for a couple hours to go to the gym, if you're someone who doesn't like going to the gym because of all the people or the people with the cameras, like I happen to be now, or if you are one of the many, just like me, who during Corona times just bought a whole gym and has their place just absolutely maxed out with stuff they needed at one point and then just never used. So I happen to be in that category. We are now lowering our hips and then raising them. This is nice for our glute muscle. Just squeeze that and lift. Because I know I'm not the only one. We just happen to have a whole bunch of weights and material that then was like a nice idea to have, but you just like crave going out to the gym because of accountability and whatnot. Well, this channel is for those who, regardless of whether they have material or not, want to work out from home or want to normalize for themselves that moving at home is okay, it's allowed. Because we kind of have the mentality that working out has to be done at the gym or outside, jogging and whatnot, but you can do a whole lot at home. And you can also, you're already doing a whole lot in your normal everyday movements, which is why I have so many ideas and what I want to share with you. Just like, as an example, you lifting your laundry basket, you basically do a squat every time you do that. I mean, assuming you do. I'm getting ahead of myself. You know what? Wait until the video comes out. I don't want to like just ramble about something and then something I would like to put more effort into rather than just yapping about it right now. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about? Let's switch sides. Okay, let's do a couple of 90-90s before switching sides. Oh, yeah. So, another thing that got me super excited, or gets me super excited at this moment in time, is while I'm making these videos, is I want to share with you my journey. So, you know what? I am going to cover it right now, at least a little bit. So, 3 years ago, I was, let's say, health-wise not in the best place. I was honestly in a relationship that wasn't good for me. And I was in a bad place. Mental health-wise, I had had a bad relationship to food, and I gained a whole bunch of weight in like a year or two of being in that relationship. And it was at a certain point where I realized, hey, this cannot continue to keep going. I cannot pour all of my energy and my time and me into another human being who doesn't care to take care of their own life. And I still remember the day where I said, you know what, enough is enough. All of my energy is going back to me. Okay, now we are really going to push our hips over. And since we have both our arms on the mat behind us, this is going to allow for a nice stretch in the lower back as well. Yeah, so at that point, I just stopped chasing, stopped accommodating, and I focused on me. We're going to do a couple 90-90s, and I went to the gym regularly. I started making movement a normal part of my life, even at work when we had a little bit of slow times. I used to be a cash register. I used to be a cashier at a swimming pool, and when we'd have slow times, I would take that time just to stretch and to do squats. Like, I mean, I got into movement. It didn't matter whether I was alone in the shift or if I had someone else working with me. They just kind of got used to me working. Okay, we're going to switch to the other side, and then here again, lift our hips really high up. And I adjusted what I ate and how much I ate, but I didn't restrict anything. And I cracked the code for sustainable weight loss. It did take me 2 years, but I lost 30 kilograms. I should have done my research ahead of time. I have no idea how much of it is, but it's a lot. It's like, I don't know, maybe 60 pounds or something like that. Yeah. And that was like, that low point of weight that I reached was more than a year ago. And what I'm trying to say with that is sustainable weight loss does not get you into the yo-yo where you then jump back to that previous weight. You keep it off. I kept it off. And that's why I find it so important to share with you how I did it. Because it is absolutely possible we're now gonna go back into our butterfly. It's absolutely possible to get fit, to lose a whole bunch of weight, to do it sustainably and enjoyably. It doesn't have to be a crash diet. It doesn't have to be restricting yourself from all the things you like. It doesn't have to be uncomfortable. It doesn't have to be, well, it is kind of hard, but it's the hard that shows itself quickly as something very, very rewarding. And what's super important to keep in mind is your intention. Okay, we're gonna keep both legs straight. We're gonna start by pulling our feet towards us, feet flex. You can have your hands next to yourself, keep your back straight, and then lean yourself tiny bit forwards. You're gonna notice that in the back of your leg pretty darn quickly if your back is straight. If it's not, straighten it. And where was I? So, shoot, where's my train of thought? Come back. Get into the stretch. It cannot be. Oh, my music's off. Hold up. Maybe it'll come back once I'm have the music back. All right. Okay, so. Well, okay, right. Intentions. Intentions are super important. A lot of people start their weight loss journey with a kind of desperate and negative view on it. Like, I hate the way I look. I have to change. I have to lose 30 pounds. I cannot look like this. I need to fit into that dress or into that pants or whatever else, or look at how much my body has changed in the last couple of years. There can be a lot of negativity combined with the way you look and the way you feel. If you are not at your best health, we are now pointing our toes and leaning slightly forwards. And I was very careful not to do that. I was lucky enough to, at that point, have already taught myself to love and accept myself. And if you're not at that point yet, don't worry, it'll come. The more you treat yourself physically well, the more you show up for yourself and consistently show yourself that you are worth putting in the physical effort, that you are getting closer to your goals. It's gonna improve your life steadily, and what improves physically then improves in your psyche. That is something to look forward to. But I made sure that my goal wasn't to like lose a certain amount of weight or look a certain way, or I had to lose here, I had to lose there, or whatnot. I said, hey, I'm going to exercise, and I'm going to do it regularly. I'm going to do it consistently, and I'm going to make it part of my life, and I'm going to learn to enjoy it. And when I lose weight, It's gonna be because it's a side effect of what the effort I'm putting into myself. It's gonna happen. Okay, what are we doing? We can cross this leg and then put this leg over and then hold this towards ourselves. This is gonna give a nice stretch in the glute. So basically, if you do the steps of exercising, moving more, eating a bit differently, losing weight is gonna happen. For sure. You don't need to plan it. You can just plan that you lift a bit heavier than you did before. Try out new exercises. Maybe go on more walks. That's all you need to do, really. And set yourself goals that are, well, how do I describe this? I'll just tell you my goals. My goals were to, when I climb a flight of stairs, I don't want to be completely out of breath. I don't want to be like where everyone else can hear that I just climbed a flight of stairs. I want to climb a flight of stairs super fast. And I did that by taking every second step. At first, I had to hold on to the railing and I basically dragged myself up these stairs. But the more you do it, the more your body gets used to the movement, the more you are conditioning your lungs, your heart, and your cardio to eventually make it up the flight of stairs. And the more you do it, the faster you get at it. And the coolest part, this is something that you can see the results fairly quickly. I remember the time when I was at the top of the flight of stairs. I'm like, what? Already? That was quick. And now it just feels like I'm flying upstairs. There's only one exception to when I don't take every second step, and that's when I'm carrying something heavy or I'm wearing high heels. Other than that, I make it a point to take every second step, because every time you take that big step up and then push, I'm gonna go ahead and just show you. Every time you take that big step, here's my step, and then just push yourself up, you have all of this muscle being worked out and strengthened. We are now gonna switch sides. And that's cool because you have a workout every time you have a flight of stairs ahead of you. And your body gets used to it pretty quick. And that's just something that you notice quicker than losing weight, because weight loss, it can take time. But noticing that you're stronger than you were 2 weeks ago, that's quick. Okay, that was one goal of mine, and it happened pretty quick. And that was something I could just like, oh, right, while I'm at it, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Every time you go to the gym, every time you go on a walk, every time you do something that you did not do before, just be like, I did that. I did it. Be your biggest hype man, for sure. It's like if you wait your whole life for people to cheer and celebrate you and say, you go girl, you go boy, whatever you want to hear. You may wait a long time. But if you are your biggest hype person, you can have hype every single day, all the time. Anytime you do something, if you do your laundry and that's something you don't like doing, it's like, I did the thing, woo! If you wash your windows and that's just something that you maybe do like once a year, I mean, maybe if you do it, you can be like, I did it, I did the thing. I mean, just whatever it is, you can always hype yourself up, and that's cool because if you have your back, you know, I do deserve this kind of treatment. I am doing pretty cool. Anyways, back to my first thing. Okay, the second goal that I had amongst wanting to climb stairs and not be wheezing when I get to the top is climbing hills quick and basically not be wheezing out at the top. I know the two are similar, but I have, going up to where I live, towards my neighborhood, a really steep hill. And at first, I'd be standing in front of this hill and I'd be like, every single time it was a chore. It was hard. I'd be slow and I'd be like, oh, trudging up this hill every single time. Until I set the intention, hey, you know what? What are we gonna do now? What is good? Okay. Let's get on our knees and lean backwards. Here we want to lift our hips upwards. This is a nice stretch for our thighs. Okay, so until I said, you know what? Now full gear. It's only one hill, eventually going to be at the top. However, I can determine the speed of how I get it to the top. And so I just adjust the way I walked. That's something you can do. I just put more emphasis on my calves and on my feet and just zoomed up this hill. At first, it wasn't much zooming. It was just like having to take breaks. But you know what? Just like everything that you do, you get better at it. And with everything physical, it happens much quicker than you expect. And that's a cool thing, because eventually you climb these hills and you're just like, I'm on top of it. Wow. And it's cool. You can have your Rocky moment, like, and then eventually it just becomes normal. It's so ingrained in me that whenever I have a big hill in front of me, like, doesn't matter where, whenever I have a big flight of stairs, I get excited. Like, parts of me I just go into speed mode. I'm at the top. Like, if I'm with a group of people, it's fine. I'll be upstairs, up the hill. I'll wait for you. But I get excited, because now at this point, it's just like, yes, it's fun. I could not have told you that like at the beginning of when I set this intention, but you know what? Things change, and that's cool. Okay, so let's spread our legs wide and sit backwards. We basically have our butt between our feet and then just lean. Okay, so that was number 2. And number 3, my third goal that is not to do with losing set amount of weight, is I said, hey, so, oh yeah, let's lean a bit forwards and basically, sit vertically, yeah, whatever. If I exercise and I do lose weight, that means I'm gonna have less surface area to shave. That's right. I was sick of having to spend an hour in the shower just shaving. I'm like, this is bull. I don't want to be spending my time doing this. I'm fairly certain that, let's get up a little bit and start doing some dips. If I have less surface area, if I lose weight, I'm gonna have a quicker time shaving. I am happy to say it's true. It happens. And it's cool, because the thing is, your body thanks you for taking the time and moving. It truly does. You see results quicker than you expect. Depending, if you set the intention like, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds in 1 month, forget it. But if you say, I'm going to get stronger, I'm gonna get faster, and I know that by focusing on myself and doing the good thing for me, it's gonna happen eventually. And when you do notice it, it's like, I did that. And it's so cool. It really is. I'm going to be sharing a video soon of my before. Don't really like calling it before and after, but it's just like how I used to look. I weighed, I think, 120 pounds or more. I have no idea. Anyways, I gotta do that math eventually. And how I look now. And it's just showing up every day for yourself. And if you don't know where to start, it can be as simple as walks. Go on a walk. If you can. If you eat a meal 3 times a day, take a quick 10-minute walk after your meal. You can set a timer for 5 minutes. That means you walk 5 minutes in one direction and you're gonna walk 5 minutes back. If you have more time, do longer. Or take a bit more time in the evening and just wind down from your day so that you can go to bed relaxed. Okay, so now we are gonna basically stay in this position. However, we're gonna extend one leg. Okay. And then push our hips forwards. And you can, if you like, put your hand here. And you don't really see it now, but pull your toes towards you. And the cool thing is, I've experienced what it's like to shed a whole bunch of weight and then experience what it's like, what my body can actually do, what the human body is capable of. And if you've never been fit, you may not be able to imagine or fathom what it's like to reside in a healthy, fit body. But it's incredible. It's the best feeling in the world. I have written down that I want to be strong and feel it every second. And it is an incredible feeling. It truly is. You feel so much lighter on your feet. You feel like you could move every second because it just feels so awesome. It feels freeing. Being in a body that is light and strong, mobile and flexible. Like every healthy body, if you're able to do these stretches with me and you can consider yourself healthy, every body is capable of it. And if you're not quite sure where to start, my wish for you is to start with curiosity. Get yourself a big old mat like I have. Sprawl and move, put on music that you like, and just start moving and see what it's like to move your body. See what it feels like to move your body. See what it's like to try different positions. See what you like, see what you don't like. Okay, we are now twisting, or basically we can sit down and we rotate our legs so that our toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Okay, and then here you can just lean forwards. Because for me it was curiosity where I began. The last several years, well, long before putting that on camera, would just move and wind down and relax. Your body has an incredible ability to relax and wind down when you take a moment to breathe and to move slowly and just focus your attention on you. And with that, you gain a new relationship to yourself. And if you, regardless of what age you are now, if you start building up a good relationship to yourself, to your body, to the one and only thing on this earth that you actually have, like, everything can be taken from you, everything can be given to you. There's only one thing that will never leave as long as you exist, and that's your body. And you decide your own standard of living, the quality of life that you live, by deciding on how you treat your body. I have in my life yo-yoed quite a lot. That means I have been very heavy quite often in my life. I had a point in my life where I struggled from eating disorders and I was very light. And then I yo-yoed back to where I was before and just struggled with my eating and my weight for ages. And having learned how to do it sustainably, having learned how to do it with my best interests, cheering myself on and loving myself the whole time, even when I was 100 kilograms, like 100, more than like 120 pounds. I mean, that's not even heavy. I mean, that there are far heavier people, and that's just a certain reality. It isn't, however, your best reality, and it is possible to change that and to experience what it's like to be strong, fit, healthy, mobile. Like, you can climb up hills, you can climb up stairs, you can jump, you can do stuff. And a thought that passed my mind recently was like, you're only young once. And it doesn't matter if you're 50 now, I consider that young. If you live until 80 and you're 50, you have 30 years ahead of you. That means you decide now, you decide today, if you're gonna be spending the next 30 years collecting new injuries, if you're gonna deteriorate, if you're gonna feel like crap because your body feels like crap, and then that goes to the psyche, that's a choice. It's also a choice to begin small. Start by going on walks. Start by being a little bit more curious about your movement. And gradually improving and gradually forming a whole new relationship to yourself. It's all possible. Okay, we're gonna stand up a bit. Okay, So we have one foot in front of us, toes flex. We bend out of the hip, our back is straight, and we hold. You're gonna notice this in the back, your leg. No one's gonna do it for you. At first, it's not easy, no. If you are someone that knows how to ride a bike, you ate shit a whole bunch of times. You kept on falling, you kept on getting scrapes and bloody, but you got back on that damn bike until you learned how, until you found that balance. And if you've never ridden a bike, there's something else in your life that you have achieved. Anything. If it's through depression, getting out of bed, that's huge. If you've showered while you're in a depressive state, that's huge. Like, you've done the hard things before. And moving and improving your relationship to your body is the most rewarding thing that you could ever do. And the cool thing is, it's a skill. We're switching sides. That once you've learned how to do it, just like riding a bike, you won't forget it. And even though I have also, I have times where I do gain weight back, I am in no way concerned, because I know that I'm equipped with the skills, with the knowledge, how to do it sustainably, reliably, and with love. I love to move, and I want to share this love with you. I really, really, really do. For you. Hope that you learn to love moving. That you realize what it's like to feel free in your own body. That you realize what it's like to live a healthy, fit, happy life. That you realize the full potential. Okay, we are gonna realize the full potential and put your elbows in your legs of your human body. If you have all of your limbs, if you are able to climb stairs, if you're able to move mostly pain-free, then you've got it really, really good. And you can make it better for you. You can appreciate that you have that. And you can live a really good life. I know I've said it a couple of times, but what you do with your body, how you treat your body, it then gets reflected in your mind. If you have trouble with your mind, mental health, anything, it does get better. It's not just something that people say, oh yeah, go to the gym and you'll feel better. Oh yeah, do the, it's chemical. It's neurological. Every single movement, whether it's you lifting your arm or getting into a squat or doing this, it all begins here. Every single move that we make is decided and actioned on by our brain. That's why it's super important to make sure that our brain is healthy. And we can improve the health of our brain by moving, because it's all connected. It's all connected. And your body loves you, whether you love your body now or not. Your body has done so much for you, more than you can realize. If you've ever been on an alcohol bender or done drugs or eaten a shit ton of food, and then actually worried if you got diabetes or worried if you are addicted or whatnot to substances, or if you've, been a stunt double, if you've done anything crazy, anything wild, anything where you're like, maybe I should slow down. Your body has been there from day one, always protecting you, always making sure that you wake up the next day not completely debilitated, and it keeps you healthy, moving, fit, and happy. And I feel like I've learned that it's time to give back. You can do so much for you, and it will only improve your own life, and that's incredible. So I know I've spoken I've talked a lot today. And I hope you listened. I hope you heard it. I hope you took it to heart. I hope, if anything, you realize it is possible to change your life. And it begins with curiosity. Take small steps. If it means trying out stretching, if it means getting a big mat and sprawling, if it means going on a walk 3 times a day, or finding something that you like to do that gets you moving, start there. Start there. It's an incredible joy. It's an incredible gift, an incredible pleasure, and an incredible what's the word? Privilege to have a healthy, fit, able, strong body. It's incredible. It's incredible that we are here. It's incredible that we're healthy and that we have so much potential. Everything and anything is possible. And it begins with you. It begins with the decision. And I know it's not easy. It's not easy. Of course it's not. But if you ever need motivation, feel free to come back to this video. Listen to it. If you heard anything that you liked, anything that resonated with you, anything that you feel like, hey, that makes sense, I can apply that to my own life, feel free to let me know in the comments. I love reading your comments. I love answering the ones that really, I love answering, and I know, a bit off topic. And if you like this video, go ahead and like it. If you feel like you know someone that is in a situation that could benefit from these words, feel free to share. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your attention. And if there's anything that you could do to make me the happiest girl in the world, focus on you. Take your health into consideration and start moving more. Yeah, everyone deserves a healthy life. You do too. So thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching. And if you stretched with me, thanks for doing that as well. Until next time.